Hello everyone, I'm Esther Vida and welcome to Hometown Talents and Treasures. We're at the Verizon store in Andover where Manny Aurora has been helping customers with his great staff since 2002. But the reason we're here is because Manny gives so much back to the community. Name some of the places and organizations that you've helped out in.
Well, throughout the year, I believe that, I have to give back to the community where I earn my business from. So a few of the things like Andover Day, I participate as one of the major sponsors, and then Clown Town. Then also we have the Scarecrow during Halloween, and now Santa Parade is coming up during Christmas time. And anybody who comes to the store and asks for like charitable foundations, and obviously if it's a legitimate foundation, I would like to be part of it as long as it's local and it benefits us, somebody local. We also participated in Run for Troops, and Run for Troops was, they built a house for a veteran, which was great. Directly I don't have the chance of doing something like this, but being part of the community and being part of as a business owner, I think I'm fortunate enough to give back to the community and earn the business from the local people around the town.
Why now is it particularly important for a business to give back to the community?
Well, it's just not now. I mean, as a business owner, I think it's very important to give back to the community at every given time. And especially online business is there, and we're not the only choice that anybody has. People can shop anywhere they want to. And what I believe is if they come here, if I'm earning business from them, I should give it back. And it's just reciprocal. I think that's how it should be. I don't know any other way of doing it.
So something people may not know about you is that you were born in India. Mm-hmm. And moved here in 1992.
Yes.
What are some of the lessons that you got being brought up in India that you are now transferring into your business?
Do the right thing. I believe I've been raised this way, and I know, I believe in karma. What you grow that's what you're gonna get back. So that's what it is. I really believe in karma, so it's gonna come right back at you. I treat people the way I want to be treated. I always try to put myself in their shoes and see, how are they feeling. So if somebody comes in and they lost their phone, I try to put myself in their shoes. How are they feeling right now, and how should they would like to be helped? And it's a challenge for me to train my staff that way too, but I do it to the best I can.
You've been here at the Verizon with Manny since high school.
Yeah, senior year of high school.
And you're still here.
Yeah. Walked into his store up in Hudson, New Hampshire. I was wearing a suit, and he had me working on the sales floor by the end of the day. 8 years later, I'm still working with him.
What is it like to work with Manny?
Well, he's an easy person to work for just because he has integrity. He's someone that wants you to show up for work and do a good job, of course, show up on time, but he wants you to take care of people. And it's easy when you can take pride in your job, and it's easy to take pride in your job when you are able to actually take care of people and help them out with things. So his priorities, I would guess you could say, match up with mine. And it's something that makes coming to work fun. It's easy, and it's not always an easy job, but working for Manny's easy.
What have you learned from Manny?
Oh God, a ton. Everything from the technical side of things to on a personal level. He's always someone who puts the customer first. He's somebody who really believes in the old school business sense of you take care of somebody, they're going to talk about you. They're going to want to come back. They will always do their business first. He told me that if you do your job right, someone will come and ask for you by name because they're going to be that happy with what you do. So he taught me about integrity. He taught me about really being able to take pride in your work and doing your job right. And being able to go home and sleep at night and really know that you gave people your best, which is not something you see in this business all the time. You have a lot of people looking to make a quick buck, and he's the exception of the rule on that one, big time, which is nice.
And you guys do a lot of community work together.
Oh God, yeah, yeah, absolutely. Every time someone comes in with something, it doesn't matter if it's for the local high school, band or cheerleading team, or if it's for a giant charitable organization, or that it's the state police or whoever it is. He takes it very seriously. He takes a good look at all of them, and we do as many as we can. Only so many days in a month, but we try to do as many as possible. I remember we did the Run for the Troops together. It was a 5K race. It was awesome. We didn't run. I was not able to do that at the time, but we had our little android person dancing there, and we had a tent. We handed out waters, and it was fun. It was nice to be a part of that.
Awesome. You've really created a community in this store where I know personally, as being a customer, your staff is very attentive and sensitive to our needs. Has that been challenging to train your staff?
Of course, of course. Not everybody believes the way I believe. Not everybody's, for some people, it's just a job. And they just want to do it and go away. And eventually, I try to, work with them and teach them the way I want to do the business. And, sometimes it doesn't work out, but most of the time, keepers are the, people who do that, and employees who does that, they are the keepers.
How do you pick the organizations that you support?
Most of them actually have approached to me. I've been busy in the day-to-day business, so I haven't been looking out, but when people approach me, I do my due diligence. Online is a great tool, and plus, most of the people I actually get to know them personally. Like I just sponsored a show in Collins Center. It was Annie, and all the staff, all the actors were great, and they were all local. They're living in Andover, and so that was a new way for me to support. So everybody who I support, I actually get to know them personally.
So your community grows.
Correct. So, and we also sponsor like Andover Police, for their annual ball, or anything that comes up in my way. And we do our due diligence, obviously, and I think I'm fortunate enough to do it.
Now, something you may not know about Manny is that he hasn't always been in the business world. You were an engineer first for many, many years.
Yes, I worked as a software engineer for a couple of years. I worked in a couple of companies, Micrologic and PlanetSoft. I was actually developing software.
How much of a shift was it for you to start your own business instead of working for someone?
It was a major shift. I mean, I didn't know anything about it. When everybody was getting laid off during 2001 dot-com bubble crash, I wanted to get into a business where I can keep my hands wet in software programming. And I bought a running location in Raynham, Mass. It was a Verizon store. And I just used to sit across the store for hours and watch with binoculars how many people are going in and out. Because I had no sense like how many people are good for the business, how much crowd we need. But risk, you have to take risk when you get into business. So I took a risk, and it was well worth it.
What are some of the biggest lessons that you have learned since running a business?
The biggest lessons I learned, like business is not all about making money. Business is when you do business, you want to do the right thing. You want to sell the best product. You don't want to sell anything that makes you the most money, because that's a short-term strategy. When you sell the right product and profitable product for you, that's where the winning point is. And since I learned that, that I want to sell something that is not only good for people and profitable for me, then the business started to grow.
It's a mind shift.
Correct. I learned sometimes, I was always thinking like, I need to help out customers. Sometimes I just use to repair the phones. But think about this: when you get your phone repaired, you're not that happy. When you buy a brand new phone and you walk out of the store, you're actually happier.
I know that personally.
Yes. So there's got to be a balance because you got to sustain the business. You have employees who depends on you. You know, the families of the other families who you have to take care of them.
You have two beautiful children,
Thank you. Yes, 2 girls.
2 girls. So you have a handful. You have got a business,
Right.
a family, and you give back to the community. How do you balance it all?
I think it just happens. Now it is. It's balanced now. I don't know how I did it, but yeah, it was challenging. You know, first time when you start business, I was putting long hours. I used to work like 2:30 in the morning to get my books done, to make sure I'm doing the right thing. But eventually, once you learn the business, you cut down the time and go back to the family. And my family has been very supportive in that too. But now it's like a second nature. I can pretty much juggle.
What's your final words to the people about owning a business and giving back to the community?
My final word is owning a business is a great thing. It's a risk. You have to take that risk. If you're willing to take that, make sure that where you're earning your business from, you have to give a portion of that back to the same people, whether it's you are a business to business or you're a business to consumer. Wherever you're earning the business from, you have to give it back to them, and then it just works out perfect.
Manny, thank you so much for being on Hometown Talents and Treasures.
Thank you so much for having me at your show, Esther. I appreciate it.
That's our show. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.